today because obviously we can't go out as much as I could, so I'm just going to show you talk through an image that when I was walking the dog the other day I took out the Fuji X-T20 with the 23mm f2 on, and I was just walking around my local park, just taking handheld snapshots really, just grab shots. But I'm just going to talk you through today I saw this image which you'll see on screen, and I'm just going to explain what I had in my head when I saw this image and how I wanted it to look like when I processed it. And then I'm just going to quickly just do a quick edit using Lightrooms. So first of all, as you can see at the bottom here, I've got five images. They're all shot at 23mm, obviously, at f2. Well, no, sorry, they're shot on the 23mm. The shutter speed is 180th, and what I've done to make it darker is just altered the aperture. So the first one, number 1, is shot at f2, the second one f3.2, the third one is f5, the fourth one is f6.4, and the fifth one is f9, and then the final one, the sixth one, is f11. The reason this caught my eye was because of this area here, how it was lit different to the left hand and right hand side, and I just liked the way it went in like that. So the idea I had before I even took the shot was to have it quite dark down the sides, but then so your eye would follow it through to these bright parts here. I mean, if I zoom in, it's quite sharp is the image, to be honest. So I'm quite impressed with the sharpness of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a really quick edit. I liked these little bits of light here. If I go to the last image, image number 6, which is shot at f11, I do like it, but you're losing a bit. You know, there's quite a few shadows here. You know, it's dark and things like that. I mean, I'm not going to get too technical because I can't get too technical when it comes to Lightrooms. So I'm probably going to looking at image 5, which is at f9, and again it's sharp. I think my focus point definitely would have been here anyway. That's why I composed it in the centre. So I'm not sure what film simulation I had it on when I was doing this, but when you import them into Lightrooms, it doesn't put that film simulation on. To do it, so Lightrooms here, I'm in the develop module. If you go to where it says profile and click or press down on the 4 squares, yeah, so there, 4 squares, Lightroom now brings all the Fuji simulations in. So, you know, it's got the Pro Neg High, Standard, Arcos, and all the different colour ones there, and then the monochrome. I mean, if you just hover over, it will give you a preview on the main image as well, what it looks like. I've got a feeling I probably shot it on the Acros R, but I'm just going to have a quick look, just by hovering it over and see which one I like. So I'm going to use that as a profile, and then I'm going to tweak it. I probably like, you can just see, if you look at this area here when I'm going over, you can just see what it's doing to it. I mean, that one's quite nice in colour. So what I might do, once I've done the black and white one, which is the image I had in mind, I probably will do a copy of it and do it as the vivid, because it looks quite nice. So yeah, so which one am I going to pick? Probably going to go for this one here, which is the monochrome R. So click on that and it does it. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now, so if I close that down, and by the way, I'm using a tablet, a Wacom little graphics tablet. So I'm going to do this really quickly. I don't want to spend too long, because it's not a major shot that I would probably ought to spend a lot of time on anyway. So white balance. Again, I had it on auto in camera. So if I just put it on auto here, what does it do? Yeah, it doesn't change it. This is the bit where I think a lot of people make a mistake when they're shooting in automatic in cameras and then using in RAW and then using Lightrooms. I shot this on manual, so I set the shutter speed, I set the ISO, and I set the aperture, which is why when you look down here, the same image has got 6 different, the same scene has got 6 different outcomes, because I changed the aperture. If you were to shoot in auto, I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to click auto here, down the right hand side. That to me is not, well, to me personally, that's not what I wanted when I saw this image in front of me when I was walking the dog. That's not the outcome I want, so I'm just going to get rid of that and go back. So Command and Z. So at the moment, I'm going to leave it as I shot it. I'm just going to go down to the bottom where we're looking at the profile. I'm just going to enable profile corrections, and it's built in, so it will make a little difference, but not enough to see. So now this is where I'm going to try and get these areas here how I want them to be. I'm going to brighten that up a little bit, but not too much, and then I'm just going to brighten up round here as well, just so it leads you in. And then after, the last thing I will do is the crop. So I haven't done this before on this image. I haven't processed it at all, so I'm just doing this ad hoc, so I will keep going back and getting rid of things. So I'm just holding my Alt key down, and I'm just going to go to where it says highlights, and then I'm just going to increase that till, as you can see now at the top of the screen, that's starting to blow out. Yeah, and you can also see on the histogram up here. So if I increase that up, there, look, it's far too bright. But if I just, yeah, I'm just going to increase it a little bit. Right, my shadows. So again, keep the Alt key down on the Mac, and then anything black on the screen now is pure black on the screen. So if I start increasing, bringing the shadow slider up, you can see there, look, it's starting to get rid of the shadows. So if I look at that now, as you can see, it's brought a bit more in. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'd like this to be probably dark as I possibly can, because I just want to use this here. So Alt key down, and then just yeah, a little bit more. I mean, now I've gone that far, you can actually see the tree trunks and things, you know, when you keep your Alt key down. So yeah, I'm going to keep it at that. Whites, again, works similar to the highlights. by bringing it up there, but I'm probably going to leave that as it is. Now blacks, similar to shadows, but again this, now you can see there, look, I mean look at that. See, I like that because it's left some of it there. A little bit too much. Yep. And then this one here, texture and clarity, I will mess about with later on. Now with me being colourblind, I like, especially I do like black and whites, and I do like to add quite a bit of contrast in. This one you're not going to see much difference because, you know, I'm getting this dark as I possibly can. So I'm probably going to leave it as just a straight one. A lot of people like to do the S curve, so if you something like that. Yeah, but I'm just going to put it all back. It's going to be a bit bitty as this one because I haven't rehearsed it. I ain't got a script or anything, so sharpening I'll just leave as it is. Noise reduction I'm fine. Vignette, yeah, it could work. Yeah. Okay, so we've still got that there, which I do like. That has darkened down a lot, and then there's some bits here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a brush. I'm going to reset everything, new reset everything, and I'm just going to get the exposure down. Down here, if you click show selected mask, it shows you where you've been. This tablet I'm using, the pen is pressure sensitive, so if you press down quite hard, it will do it quite heavy. Yeah. Let's just have a quick look. So just untick that. Yeah, it's done it a little bit. What you can do now is, so you know, you can just see where I've been in them areas. Yeah, just going to do the same there, there. So this is very basic. I was just I need to get some more. I need to do some more videos, and obviously with being locked down, this is what I'm going to have to do. Now, what I'm going to do, get another brush, new, an effect, yeah, and I'm just going to step the exposure. And what I mean by that is, I've put the exposure to 1.3, and I'm just going to gently step it. I've got the feather on full. And then done. And then same again. It's kept the same thing, so again I'm just going to drop it down a little bit and then just do the same. So what I'm doing is I'm making this bit here light to where the main light source is, and then dropping away as we come further back into the image, and then done again. And then same again, bigger. Yeah. Yeah. This bit here is distracting for me. It's really distracting. Let's just mess about with a crop. Let's go for a square crop. And bring it up just a little. I'm just going to get rid of that. Yeah, I quite like that. I'd like to see a little bit more light down here. So if we go back to the brush, and you can see the three that I did. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on that, and I'm just going to increase. Just going to increase the exposure. Yeah. Yep, so I'm done, and I'm just going to go again, and this is the first one, so this needs to be, yep, and then here, and then I'm just going to add a new one. And this is going to be quite a big stroke, and you can see there now it's bringing in a bit more of the path. Yeah, I'm getting there now. Yeah, so again I'm showing a bit of the path. What I'm going to do is to make this a bit more, add a bit of texture to this, new, reset everything. I'm going to just put a bit of clarity and a bit of contrast, and then again, as you can see, the brush has got a decent feather on it, so I am just going to use that feather, get the red on again, yeah, and then using the two bracket keys you can make the brush smaller, and then the other light patches I'm just going to bring them up as well. Get rid of the mask overlay, and then click done. And what do we think? Yeah, quite like that. Let's just go back to the right hand side and just look at the contrast. Yeah, that's too much. And then if we just put the so F key, yeah, it's not award winning, but when I walked up to the scene, that's what I had in my mind, something like that. I mean, people will slag it off and say, it's too dark and there should be no shadows, but that's what I was. That bit there, leading to that was the bit that I had in my mind. So, thank you for listening. I know it's been a bit bitty, but it's the first one I've ever done like this. Oh, let's just do a copy. So, to the top photo, create virtual copy. And then I'm just going to let's have a look. Yeah, it don't look right in colour. What about classic chrome? See, that don't look bad. Yeah, I think if I were going to do this in colour, I'd probably use a classic chrome as well. So let's just have a look at them too. So classic chrome. Yeah, I do like the detail up here, the classic chrome. And then the monochrome one. Yeah, monochrome. Yeah, I do like that. Yeah. And then the classic chrome. I think, to be honest, the classic chrome looks okay as well. Pretty sharp. Yeah. So, thank you for listening. I am going to be doing some more of these. This is my local park. It's within 5 minutes of where I live. You've probably seen it a few times now. So I'm just taking out the one, the little mirrorless camera, the Fuji, and one lens. And it's just grab shots as I'm walking about. So I hope you like it. I'm probably not the best at doing these sort of things, but I will be doing some more. So thank you for listening. Luckily you haven't seen my face today, so that's quite good. And if you do like, subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.